First tonight, a miracle on the runway.
A private jet crashes while trying to take off in northwest of Houston, and despite the large plane bursting into flames, all 21 people on board managed to evacuate alive and mostly unhurt.
The passengers seen here back inside the airport after this morning's crash are Astros fans who were headed to tonight's game in Boston. Lauren Tallarico is at Houston Executive Airport in Waller County with a harrowing first-hand account from one of the passengers. Lauren.
Well, gosh, you said it, miracle on the runway, or in this case, really a field. Now, that passenger we spoke to shared their terrifying experience, and this is what they told us the pilot said went wrong.
November 987 Alpha Kilo, departure runway heading, wind 0906, runway 36, clear takeoff.
9:58 this morning, this MD-87 aircraft was cleared for takeoff. Moments later, it was a fireball in a nearby field.
Oh, it was going to be the trip of a lifetime, and then, yeah, it came to a quick halt.
You're hearing from a passenger on board who doesn't want to be identified. The private plane, owned by Houston developer and Rodeo Houston director James Allen Kent, was on board with 18 other passengers and 3 crew members, Boston bound for the Astros game, when something went wrong.
Going down the runway, and all of a sudden they slammed on the brakes. Things were flying around, and when it finally came to a stop, they just told us to get out, and we unbuckled ourselves and ran because we thought it was going to explode. It was already on fire before we got out of it.
The plane slammed through a fence over a road, then crashed into trees and power poles before catching fire.
I knew something was wrong. And then, a couple seconds later, we saw the fireball.
Andrew Berry, executive director of the airport, was one of the first on scene.
Being in aviation for very long, your heart sinks, but your training catches up, and you just want to get there to see if you can help.
Amazingly, there were only minor injuries.
This is, one of those miraculous crashes.
Aviation expert Josh Verdi says clues like heavy skid marks point to a last-second decision by the pilots to abort takeoff.
Or aborting the takeoff is actually one of the most highly trained maneuvers of any pilots flying large aircraft.
But as to what went wrong, here's what the passenger told us.
One pilot pulled up on it, whatever you call it, the steering wheel, and it wouldn't go up, so the other one did. This is what the pilots told me. It wouldn't go up, so they tried to stop, and there just wasn't enough runway left.
Aviation records show the plane was previously owned by Finnair, a commercial airline in Europe.
It's a private plane, but it's a large private plane.
It really is. It's an airliner.
And because of that, it had extra safety equipment, like exit slides, which were deployed, that likely saved precious time when seconds mattered. And those seconds really did matter. That passenger we spoke to said the hair on their knuckles was singed from the heat and the flames. Really amazing. Now, as far as the investigation into what went wrong, we're told the NTSB will be here tomorrow. Reporting from Waller County, I'm Lauren Tallarico, KHOU 11 News.
A very, very close call, Lauren. Thank you. And for more on this truly unbelievable story, head to our website, khou.com. You can read more about the plane's owner, Alan Kent, and his deep-rooted connections to the rodeo, the Children's Museum, Texas Children's Hospital, and other children's charities.